Hello and welcome to Computer Science 20th. This is Scratch Lesson 2. This is basically another introductory lesson. You're going to spend some time playing around with sprites today. So after this lesson, you will know what a sprite is, and you'll be able to create a sprite, edit a sprite, and make a sprite walk across the stage on its own. Let's get started. You can add a new sprite to your projects by using this button here, the one with the little folder and the star. It's located under the stage, down in this area here. It's also possible to draw your own sprite by clicking on this button. That's sort of the paint one. You can change how a sprite looks with any easy-to-use paint editor, basic paint. Paint itself on the school computers is sort of lost, but there is a way to get to it. I can show you how to do that. So I'd like you to delete the cat scratch first, and then I'd like you to import a new one and have a look at all the different sprites that are available to you. I'd like you to also to build a new sprite, just sort of your own, maybe a stick man or something like that, maybe a Pac-Man or a smiley face, and have a look at the surprise sprite as well, the random one. So that's what these three buttons here are here first. So go ahead and delete the cat, import a sprite, build a sprite, and do the surprise sprite. And I'd also like you to play around with the resize sprite feature as well. I'm just going to show you that real quick here. You click on the cat itself, and you can make him smaller by selecting that tool. You can make them smaller, or you can make them bigger as well. Okay, so play around with that just a little bit on your own. I'd like you to try to edit the sprite as well, the different costumes. Okay, here's some sort of instructions on how to use the paint, although I think that most students these days can use paint pretty well. Of course, you can flip, you can rotate, you can fill, you can do just about everything that you might be able to do in a regular paint program. So mess around with that a little bit. Learn how to maybe create a new costume. Relatively easy to do. You can just copy. I'll just give you a quick example here. This one here. Here's Scratch actually has two costumes. If you want a third one, you just do that. And then you can go in and you can mess around. You can edit. And let's say in the third costume, you want to give them some eyebrows or something like that. Relatively easy to do. Okay, so that's just a third version of the sprite that you can use in your program. Okay, so here's a couple exercises just to sort of get you started in your investigations. I'd like you to modify the script below to make the cat move across the stage as the costume changes, okay? The two built-in Scratch costumes show basically the same cat, just with different leg positions. And of course, as you switch the costumes, it makes it look like he's walking a little bit. So I'd like you to try this script here, switch to costume 1, wait a second, switch to costume 2, wait a second, and so on. I'd like you to modify this so that the cat actually moves across the stage. And to do that, you're going to need the move 10 steps block in there, as well as switching your costume. Here's your switching costume tab. So I'd like you to make 4 costumes and build a script with a wait command so that it does not happen too fast. Then add a step like this to make it walk, move 10 steps. Import a background, make him walk across the background 10 steps at a time. Importing a background is relatively easy. Click on the stage, and there's a whole bunch of backgrounds that you can use as well. Okay, so just try that. Maybe show me when you're done, and I'll give you some feedback or some help. And then exercise 2, I'd like you to find a dog image from the internet, just any old dog. This is an example here. Download it and create a sprite from it. Relatively easy to do. Basically, you're importing that dog image into the paint editor and creating a sprite. And I'd like you to add the dog sprite to exercise 1, the previous one, make him walk to the left. So instead of positive 10 steps, he's moving to the left 10 steps. And I'd like you to save your work as Scratch Lesson 2 and show me for feedback when you're done. All right, good luck with that.